Hello from Lido Beach in Sarasota, Florida. Let me see something. So, Lenny Besterman here, and I told you I would give you a report of Lido after the storm. This is the first Saturday since Hurricane Elsa came through, and it is an absolutely beautiful day, first of all. The water's completely awesome and clear. I just got some drone footage. Had three beautiful manatees going through the pass. The good news is also it looks like we dodged a bullet. Everything looks good on Lido. You still have that cliff here, but I don't think it got any worse. We barely got some rain in the heart of Sarasota, Bradenton. Excuse me, which is good. But also, no one's really talking about it. The city of Northport, which is just south of us, they got crushed. They had 10 inches of rain, which was absolutely insane. And we got some rain here. They were calling for us to get 5 or 6 inches of rain. It never happened. I did notice a little bit of the sand is more washed out, and that has looked, it looks like the lip has been pushed back a little bit. So, but anyways, nothing major. Looks pretty good. There's lots of people out. I'm in a very slow area. Let me get out of the wind. I'm in a slower area, but as we walk more south, you'll see it picking up. I'm just in between South Lido and the main beach. And we're gonna head down towards Ted Sperling Park in the South Beach, South Lido area. Just to give you a heads up, if you're just joining me for the first time, like and subscribe. I cover Sarasota, Bradenton, and surrounding areas. We're on Lido Beach. I did 2 videos. I'll put a tag in after everything processes so you can link to them. I did a video when they started the dredging and the beach renourishment. Take a look at that if you're interested to find out the history of what happened. They did a big beach renourishment project. You'll see, I'll put a end screen, not an end screen, but I'll put a tag. You'll be able to link to that if you want to check that out. We did that I did that 6 or 7 months ago. Then the day before Elsa was supposed to hit, I did a video, and this is what this is a follow-up to that. I don't want to make it very long. I'd love for you to put in the comments, like I say in all my posts, where are you watching from? And I would love to hear that. And do you have any plans on coming to the Sarasota, Bradenton, and surrounding areas? I do have 2 stories to tell you I've covered on all the other platforms: TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. YouTube I'm on now, and Facebook. But 2, I usually cover a lot of positive stuff, but 2 really weird stories, not weird, 2 negative stories. 3. Number 1, this parking lot got much worse after the storm. You'll see in the beginning of, I'm going to put the tag in right here after the live is over, and you'll see where I started the video the day before Elsa hit. We talked about how the parking lot had puddles. It's not in this video right now, but it's absolutely almost swallowed my car. It's how bad it is. It's very dangerous. The city of Sarasota needs to get that taken care of. They do a phenomenal job. I don't like to say bad things about the leadership down here. They do a great job for the public. All the places do in Bradenton or Manatee County and Sarasota County. That's one thing. It's so weird that they haven't covered it and fixed it, that I bet you they have a dispute on if it's the city's responsibility or the county's. I'm guessing on that. I have no idea if that's the case, but it needs to be addressed nonetheless. Literally, I almost watched a Lexus have water come in its doors. That's how far it's sunk in one of the potholes. That's one negative thing. Next negative thing, I was down here on Friday at the main beach. I posted some pictures on my Facebook page from the main beach on a beautiful sunset that's right up this way, right here. We were coughing a little bit. So red tide seems to be in the area. Today, it's not a problem at all. but it may become a problem. So if you're coming in, look at the red tide reports. Google that. I don't have the information in front of me. I should have had that before I went live. But there is a red tide report. Pay attention to that, because if it gets real bad, it could make your trip miserable. We had an outbreak in 2018 that was so bad. It was horrible. It lasted like a year, killed all the fish. People could not breathe, you cough, it's uncomfortable, the water's nasty. Red tide and green algae are two separate things. They're both are real. One is man-made and is like a steroid to red tide, and red tide is naturally made, and it chokes out the fish. It stinks so bad, and it's so bad for the area. It kills manatees and dolphins. It's just a nasty thing. But there's been reports of it up and down the coast, and Friday night from this beach, I could smell it, and it was tickling my throat. Nothing major, but I was clearing my throat like that. I do that naturally all the time, but it was pretty bad. Today, not a sign of it. I had a good friend that sent me a message on Longboat. She said that red tide was real bad out there. They have been having reports of it in St. Pete and Clearwater, and all eyes are on it because there was a spill in Penny Point that had a lot of phosphate water dump into the Gulf of Mexico that was really, really bad. So they're expecting, if we do get red tide for the first time in a couple years, for it to be enhanced because of that. And unfortunately, it is showing signs. Anyway, today is July 10th. Another crazy story, very unusual. This does not happen very often. One of the high-end condos had a guy last night, Saturday night, July 9th. I think my dates are right. July 9th. Look how many people are down here. Where this gentleman happened to get fired earlier in the week. I'm not sure why, but he ended up bringing a gun back to the place, found a vacant car and started shooting at it. Put 18 bullet holes in this car and other local cars that were in the parking lot. I guess the guy still had keys somehow, or made an extra set of keys, and locked himself in the condo, and they had a standout for like 16 hours where they shut Lido down at the halfway point right around the main beach to deal with this. And I guess it did not work out good for the gentleman who was locked in. Said the same thing on my TikTok live. Things happen, we all get tested. If you ever need to get help, if you're depressed, please find help. That kind of craziness does not help anybody, including yourself. I understand it's very difficult. I'm trying to say this to maybe be a blessing to somebody one day. Things get better. I know it's a lot easier for someone else to say it, but if you happen to be that person that's in that gentleman's situation, please do the right things if you can and get the help that you need, because it really is an unfortunate situation. But anyway, I just wanted to do a quick live from down here on Lido Beach to let you know what's going on. I can take you down here a little further. The one thing that's real weird about YouTube is I got to be careful about the copyright. So when I see music or when I hear music, I stop and end the live, which I'm starting to get into the area where I'm starting to see music or hear the music where it could become a problem, and this could get copyright flagged. So would love to hear from you. If you're in the area ever, make sure you say hello. Lenny Besterman down here in Sarasota, Florida, Lido Beach. I will be doing much more of this. So if you want to know more about the last two videos I did, come back in a couple hours. There'll be cards for you to link onto them. One video I did right before the beach renourishment, and another video will tie in that was right the day before Hurricane Elsa was supposed to hit. And we dodged a bullet. So like and subscribe, and hope to hear from you. Thank you for watching. Talk to you soon.